If you have just 13 seconds to learn a piece of information, what would you do? A. Spend 13 seconds reading the answer. B. Spend 13 seconds reading both the question and the answer. C. Spend part of your time on the question and the rest on the answer. Or D. Where's D? D. And just like D is gone, even you decide to give up. Take a moment to pause the video here and type your answer in the comment section below. Well, I think what you should honestly be doing is C, that is spend part of time on the question and the rest on the answer. And you don't have to take my words for it, because in the research conducted in 2009 at University of California, published under Journal of Experimental Psychology, Learning, Memory and Cognition, out of many experiments conducted, in one of the experiments 2 groups were made, where Group A was given 8 seconds for reading the question and then instructed to type the answer immediately. After those 8 seconds, the response was displayed for the next 5 seconds. Group B, on the other hand, studied the question and the answer together for 13 seconds without being instructed to respond. Although the second group had more than twice as much time to answer, upon testing, both groups demonstrated comparable results without significant difference. So just the attempt to retrieve information by Group A, which was inevitably unsuccessful, resulted in comparable learning success, compared to Group B that had more than double the time to study the learning content. As a result, quizzing is superior to learning, because a comparable level of learning success can be achieved in less than half the time. So coming back to how I make use of this idea in my preparation for the exams. You see, we all know the drill. Regurgitating information in the answer sheet. I know it's not the wisest way to study, but it's how we are tested, right? So here is a radical idea. Why not dedicate the bare minimum amount of time required for those ultra questions which are going to appear on the examination day, while utilizing the rest of the time to focus, recharge and truly become the better versions of ourselves. Think about it. Imagine having the freedom to not just survive medical school, but to thrive, to absorb knowledge with joy and cultivate a true passion for medicine without sacrificing your sanity. So hello everyone, I'm Zeeshan. I'm a final year medical student at Lucknow Medical College, and in this video I'll be sharing my 4-step tested technique I've been using in my own medical school journey to optimize my study time, enhance my retention and find the elusive balance between academic success and personal well-being. Alright, technique number 1, gold mining. No, we won't be heading down the mine. Instead, we are going to dig deep into the past. So what I do is I start by seeking out previous 5 to 10 year examination papers. You can ask your seniors or visit the college library for this treasure of knowledge. Once I have those papers in my hand, it's time for technique number 2, distilling the information. I arrange those papers systematically, focusing on the last questions first and working my way back to the older ones. This helps me uncover patterns of repeated questions. I mark those questions important with an extra hashtag, giving me a clear indication regarding which questions I need to prioritize. Now let's move on to technique number 3, highlight and capture. This step is all about cutting through the chaos and finding the relevant material in the paragraphs I read. It's here I hunt out the answers to every single question on my list by reading, underlining and highlighting the sentences. It might sound like a lot of work, but trust me, the results are well worth the effort. Keep in mind, the idea is to let yourself know where on the page you must focus every time it's shown to you. And this brings us to technique number 4, the grind. Now that I have my answers ready, it's time to put them to test. I use a tool called Anki to kickstart active recall, and after making a deck for each topic, I turn each deck into a filter deck, which allows me to review and cram the information before the exams without pushing the cards interval beyond the day of the exam. And this process goes on a loop until I have the information find their place in my head. After having learned the information, I take this one step further by turning paragraphs into my own algorithms, mind maps, sketches, anything which appears appealing and gives me a good overview of the information. This further helps me to consolidate the information, making it easier to hold on to them. And there you have it, spaced repetition and active recall in action. And if you aren't tech savvy, you can go old school, make paper-based flashcards like one of my friends do. And remember, I'm not claiming to be a guru with magical formula for success. I'm simply sharing the techniques that have worked for me, and this is how I go about planning for my exams. If you enjoy the method, feel free to include these steps in your own preparation. It's about finding what works for you and making the most of your study time. And you don't have to really jump into using Notion or Anki. Instead, you can use any other tool that floats your boat. The idea is to build a system and not to focus on the tools used to build one. If you find this technique helpful, do let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more invaluable informations like these. Until next time.